What is going on, everyone? It's Super here, and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. Now, today was a big day because we got some gameplay for Brainiac, the first ever look at Brainiac's gameplay. I know we got a tiny bit during the Shattered Alliance's trailer, but this was full-out Brainiac gameplay reveal. And first off, I just want to say, I think NetherRealm did an amazing job with his gameplay. I'm so happy that he plays, by the looks of it, very unique. So I'm definitely going to try to cover everything that I can and everything I noticed in the trailer. But before I do that, I just want to mention, I don't know if it went live already, but I actually changed my profile picture to one of the Twitch emotes that I actually made, you know, for whenever I do become, eventually when I become partner on Twitch, because I'm going to be streaming Injustice 2 a lot. So I don't know if you guys recognize my channel in your sub boxes, because my my YouTube profile is actually different, but I really like this. I actually created it myself, and, you know, just sort of taking inspiration from some Twitch streamers that I actually watch, and you know, I came up with this nice little Batman emote. So hope you guys like the new profile pic. Let me know what you guys think about it. So here we go. Let's I think I said Twitter, YouTube profile. There we go. All right, brought that up here. Okay, so let's get started here. As you guys see, the gameplay in the background is going to be something different than the Brainiac gameplay, just because I'm going to be splicing in clips of whatever I'm talking about. I don't want it to get confusing, because I've done that in the past and people complain. So I just want to keep this, you know, two separate gameplays. So the first thing we get is Brainiac pretty much knowing what Superman has been up to, you know, as far as like the regime and everything. So the intro goes, Superman starts it off, he goes, "You can't have Earth, Brainiac," and then Brainiac responds, "It would fare better under your regime," and Superman ends it with, "In every way that matters." And then I thought that was a really cool little sequence there, that Brainiac pretty much knows everything that's been going on with, you know, the asshole Superman. So, all right, let's talk about the gameplay here. So the first thing we see is him using one of his attacks with one of his tentacles, and he pushes the opponent away, and then he summons a drone that comes from behind him, and it's actually very high up in the air. And this drone, as it approaches the opponent, it actually shoots a floating projectile. It's not like a fast projectile that shoots very fast and the opponent gets hit by it really quickly. It's actually a floating projectile. It looks like, it's not an orb, but it acts more like an orb, because it just like floats to the opponent. And then one thing that I didn't notice in my reaction video was Brainiac actually uses his tentacles to hook to the top of the stage and go across and fly full screen, or it's actually more like mid-screen. And I thought that was crazy. When I went back to, you know, just to review the footage so I could get info for this reaction or for this breakdown video, I'm like, wow, I actually missed that completely, because I was so like focused on the drone, because it definitely seems like the drone is going to be crucial to his gameplay, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, he actually has this really high mobility, if this is actually a part of his core character design and gameplay, and it's not something you get through gear. This is going to be really good. So it kind of reminds me of Cyborg's grappling hook, but Brainiac uses it to, you know, fly towards the opponent, and it seems like it has a lot of range. It goes like maybe half screen. So what we see the drone do is shoot a projectile, and it actually staggers Superman, but it doesn't seem like it has enough hit advantage to continue a combo. Maybe if you get, or if you hit the person right as the projectile hits, maybe then you could continue it for a combo. But as far as like stunning your opponent for a combo, that's not going to be the case. It's just going to be something that's going to stagger your opponent. But if, you know, Brainiac does have this mobility, it's definitely going to become a possibility. Maybe some setups. So the next thing we see here is another drone that he actually shoots out, and this one comes from like more of the middle of the screen. And I don't think this one shoots any projectile, because he does use it a little bit later, and it only hits Superman, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't shoot any projectile. So I'm assuming this is going to be his mid drone, and it's just going to be a mid, and he's probably going to have a low one as well. But we didn't get to see the low one, if he does have it, in this trailer. We got to see the one that comes from the sky, you know, pretty much floats over both characters. and then we got to see the middle one that looks like it's most likely going to hit mid. So like I mentioned, his drones are definitely going to be a core part of his gameplay. And interestingly enough here, we actually get to see one of the gear abilities, what I'm assuming is going to be a gear ability for Green Arrow, and that is a teleporting arrow, which is really cool. Like, he gets up and he shoots an arrow on the ground and he actually teleports behind Brainiac, which looks awesome. It's going to give you know, Green Arrow some extra mobility, but like I mentioned, it's most likely going to be gear, because we didn't see Tyler Lansdowne use it here in this gameplay that you guys are seeing here in the background. You know, if he would have had that as a core moveset, he probably would have used it, right? So I'm definitely thinking that it's going to be some type of gear ability, but I think that's really cool. So next up, we get to see Brainiac's Blanca ball. So he pretty much covers himself with his tentacles over his head, and the tentacles start producing electricity, and it actually acts it acts almost the same way as a Blanca ball. Just the only difference is the opponent, if he jumps into it or gets hit by it, he actually stays electrocuted in the air, while Brainiac could get a full combo. So we're gonna have to wait and see if this is gonna be part of his moveset. I think it would be absolutely amazing as an anti-air doing that move, and especially if it's pretty quick and you can react with it, because you would get a full combo after the opponent gets electrocuted, because he does stay up in the air. You can see he's able to get a back 3 after it. So that would be a really good, useful tool if it was actually part of his core moveset. So moving on, we actually get to see that he has a spear-like move with one of his tentacles. So I'm assuming this is going to be part of his core gears, his core moveset, because we get to see his minions, his putties, actually use the same like spear-type move where they shoot a spear, and it's pretty much like a scorpion spear. So he doesn't meter burn it here, but I'm assuming if he does have this spear, it's probably going to be some sort of combo extender if you meter burn it. And if you don't, it's just going to, you know, bring the opponent to you, and he's going to knock him down. But if this is an actual like spear-like move, I'm assuming it's going to do like some sort of restand, sort of like the way Scorpion Spear works. I can definitely see that happening for this specific move. Next up, let's see. Oh, so this is a really cool one. And it's something that I didn't really go into in my reaction video just because there's just so much going on. But we get to see his laser. So this laser beam, he calls his ship to actually shoot down a laser beam and, you know, hit the opponent. I don't know how fast it's going to be. I don't know if it was going to be fast enough to be able to combo into it, or if it's just going to be like a tool to, you know, sort of keep your opponent away or control space. But if it is able to be comboed from specific, you know, combo strings, it's going to be good, because he looks like he has so many ways to get combos, and that's what we all like to do. We all like to do really cool looking combos, and Brainiac definitely looks like he has many ways to do so. So he sends, or he calls his ship to shoot down this laser from above, and he meter burns it, and it actually pops the opponent to you so you could extend your combo. It's not like just a pop-up where your opponent gets popped up like straight up in the air. It actually sends the opponent towards you so it could be easier to hit your combo. So that laser move, definitely hope it's part of his core gameplay, because it looks really cool. So moving on here, we get to see Brainiac's incredible anti-air. Now, I don't know if this is going to be his down 2, or I don't know if it's gonna be a specific move, but regardless, it definitely looks like it might be the best anti-air in the game. It does look like it would be more leaning towards a down 2 than anything else. And the reason this is going to be such an amazing anti-air is because Brainiac actually crouches, so his tentacles go up, making it so his hurt box, meaning you know, the invisible area in which your opponent could actually connect one of his attacks on you, it's going to be a lot smaller, and the hitbox of his tentacles are actually going to be able to hit your opponent before your opponent could hit Brainiac's hurt box because he's crouching and his tentacles are like, you know, going upwards. So this looks like it's gonna be a ridiculously good anti-air, and I'm so happy about that because I'm sure we all hate, I know you guys hate it too, when someone jumps in on you and you try to anti-air them and it just misses or it's too slow. But hopefully this one, it doesn't look like it's gonna miss at all. Like the range on this looks pretty fucking crazy, so I hope it's decently fast. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about here is pretty much like the last sequence. So first things first, we get to see the boxing glove arrow for Green Arrow, and it looks so fucking funny. The boxing glove is glowing a little bit when it's you know, going towards the opponent, and this is for sure going to be another gear move for Green Arrow. But I just think it's hilarious that they actually put in the boxing glove arrow here in the trailer. I just think it's so fucking cool. But as far as Brainiac goes, he actually jumps over the boxing glove arrow and dive kicks Green Arrow. And like I mentioned, I have to keep saying this because for many of the trailers, excluding, I think Poison Ivy was pretty true to her core gameplay, but a lot of the trailers, you know, they use it to be flashy, right? So they have a lot of gear moves in the trailers to make the trailer as flashy as they can. So I don't know if this dive kick is going to be a part of Brainiac's gameplay or not, and if it is, it's going to be pretty crazy if the grapple is also part of his gameplay, because then you're going to have crazy mobility plus a dive kick. Woo! It's going to be crazy, but I think it's probably going to be a dive kick. I don't think it's going to be part of his core gameplay, to be honest with you guys, but if it is, it's pretty cool because if you meet or burn the dive kick, it actually pops your opponent up for an extended combo. And after that, the person using Brainiac finishes his combo with like a crazy looking you know, electrified tentacle attack, and that is pretty much where the trailer ends. The last scene is just Brainiac doing his forward 3, which looks like it has so much range. And you know, like I mentioned right at the beginning of my reaction video, it looks like Brainiac's gonna have a lot of range because of his tentacles. So he does a forward 3 into his super, and that's where the trailer ends. So that's going to be the end of my breakdown video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of Brainiac. I really hope that we get to see him in one of the watchtowers, but with no watchtower this week, and then after that there's only going to be 2 weeks left to potentially do a watchtower. Who knows if they're even going to get through the whole cast. If they don't, Brainiac will definitely be one of the first characters I try out in training mode because he has piqued my interest so much. Not only myself, but Twitter actually blew up when Brainiac's reveal came out because everyone is so happy that his gameplay looks so unique and different compared to everyone else in Injustice 2. So I'm definitely going to try him out. You know, he's definitely going to be one of the first characters that I try out, along with Firestorm, Scarecrow, Poison Ivy, characters like that. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.